Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Now it's just a bit of a quick one, but I wanted to quickly detail some of the interesting fun that I've been through regarding removal of the side rubbing strips. Now, one of my rubbing strips has fallen off, so I decided to basically put it back on again. But before putting it back on, I wanted to get rid of any of the excess glue and other bits and pieces that was on there first. A good friend of mine recommended something called a caramel wheel, which it just sort of turns out to be effectively just a rubber wheel, which you would then use for removal of any of the sort of excess adhesive. Now, if you're going to want to remove the rubbing strips yourself, what I did, well, on the when I had the new door, was I used a hairdryer on the existing rubbing strips to soften up the glue, and then I was able to actually sort of get a plastic scraper underneath the strip itself, and gradually prise the entire strip away. Now, at the times, I didn't realise that the caramel wheel would do such a good job. I used a combination of sticky stuff remover and a hairdryer to remove any of the excess glue. However, what I can actually do now is, using the caramel wheel, once I've got the strip removed, I can run the caramel wheel over the glue and the foam sort of adhesive stuff to remove that completely. Now, what I did once I got this removed was I used a bit of white spirit just to clean up the area. And what you can then do to remove any excess glue is to use some of the sticky stuff remover just to soften up that glue and then hopefully sort of get it wiped off. Once you've got your clean surface, you can either polish it and leave it as it is, or you can reapply the new replacement rubbing strip. Now, there are a couple of things to be wary of when you're using a caramel wheel, which I learnt, not the hard way, but I just learnt. The caramel wheel, because it's sort of basically a soft rubber, almost like a pencil eraser, will shed quite a lot of rubbery dust sort of stuff. And what I found when I was using the caramel wheel on a full-speed mains electric drill is that because it's spinning quite a bit faster, you do find that a lot of the material comes off quite warm, let's say. And if that hits your arms, it does not burn, but it is a little bit irritating. So if I was going to be doing this again, I would recommend using some kind of protection for not only your eyes, but also your arms as well. The overall effect, as I actually took all of this off with an electric drill last night, not this battery powered one here that didn't last too long, but once you've actually got the foam sort of backing and sticky material off, the actual effect of the door without the rubbing strip on there is quite pleasing. However, I quite like having the rubbing strip on the door because it does save your door from car part dings, etc. So I reapplied the strip. But before reapplying the strip, I also cleaned off a lot of the excess glue, etc., again using the caramel wheel. Because I was using the caramel wheel on the drill, I had to do it in such a way that I wasn't applying too much force. On a couple of points of the strip, I found that I applied a bit too much force and melted part of the strip away because of the speed at which the drill was spinning. It does recommend on the wheel itself that you don't rotate it at over 4,000 RPM. I think the drill itself was spinning at around sort of 2,000 to 3,000 RPM, so certainly fast enough to cause some damage, but not fast enough to destroy the caramel wheel itself. If you're doing large areas, it's probably worth having a couple of these on standby because it's a soft rubber, it will eventually sort of shred the rubber off completely. And as you can see here, I found the best way to actually remove the sticky material is to go along the line of the material itself. So don't attack it diagonally as I was trying there, attack it in a straight line, as you can see that I'm doing here. Some of the caramel wheels I've learnt don't have these indentations, and they tend to clog up more. This one, because it's got the various indentations, does not clog up anywhere near as much as an older design. And to be honest, I found the whole thing very useful. So you can obviously heat up your strips to remove them. Gentle plastic prizing device to remove the strips, and then run the caramel wheel over along with some sticky stuff remover to completely finish the job. And then you've got a clean, hopefully mark-free finish on your paintwork. Anyway, if you have found this video interesting and useful, don't forget to hit that like button, and also consider subscribing for more upcoming fascinating hobbies. Thanks for watching.